cycle.
Move with wisdom.
Build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
panic with the crowd,
Out of Babylon.
build on fear.
Distraction and emotional slavery.
But discipline,
Patience.
wisdom,
Wisdom.
that's how you escape the system.
Smart action trading.
Yeah, Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit's stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live chain of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of solid.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candle like the move of salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than a thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the walk when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Gave it burst of giants every morning at the open fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild a traitor instead.
Jericho walls falling when my faith get loud. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit's strong. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon, I can live chain to fear. Market full of idols, I just walk a vision king. Planting seeds of solid, while they chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention.
I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing themselves chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had to break resistance. Sparking levels in the chains that kept affecting my decisions. Now they set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. I move like no one building while they left that hit. Scrapping look foolish before the rain arrived. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's soul reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep. Yeah,
It's bigger than trading.
it's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
Cycle,
Move with wisdom.
build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
panic with the crowd,
Out of Babylon.
build on fear.
Distraction and emotional slavery.
But discipline,
Patience.
wisdom,
Wisdom.
that's how you escape the system.
Smart action trading.
Yeah, Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit's stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live chain of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of solid.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight to move a salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than a thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the walking when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Gave me burst of giants every morning at the hope it don't fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild a traitor instead.
Jericho walls following my faith get loud. Used to great emotional, now my spirit strong. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build downwards every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon, I can live train to fear. Market full of idols, I just walk a vision keep. Planting seeds of silence, trying to chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you're moving intention.
I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing sales, chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot powder when I say I had the right resistance. Market levels in the chains that kept us through my decisions. Now to set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. The move they know a builder while they left that hit. Discreparate and look foolish before the rain arrives. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's own reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep. Yeah,
It's bigger than trading.
it's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
Cycle,
Move with wisdom.
build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money,
worship greed,
love for trading,
panic with a crowd,
modern Babylon,
build on fear.
distraction and emotional slavery,
But discipline,
patience,
wisdom,
wisdom,
that's how you escape the system.
smart action trading.
Yeah, Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live chain of fear,
market full of idols.
I just walk a vision clear,
Planting seeds of silence.
while they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight to move a salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than a thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the walking when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Gave me burst of giants every morning at the hope it don't fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild a traitor instead.
Jericho walls following my faith get loud. Used to great emotional, now my spirit strong. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build downwards every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live chain of fear,
market full of idols.
I just walk a vision keep,
Planting seeds of silence, trying to chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you're moving intention.
I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing sales, chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot powder when I say I had the right resistance. Market levels in the chains that kept us through my decisions. Now to set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. foolish before the rain arrives. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord. Soul reaper, patient trader, eat. Mono-emotional trader, sleep. Yeah.
It's bigger than trading.
It's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
Cycle.
Move with wisdom.
Build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
panic with a crowd,
Modern Babylon.
you don't fit.
Distraction and emotional slavery.
But discipline,
Patience.
wisdom,
Wisdom.
that's how you escape the system.
Smart action trading.
Yeah, Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live shade of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of silence.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight and move with salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than the thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the rocket when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Yeah, we burst the giants every morning at the hope it don't fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild the traitor instead.
Jericho walls following my faith get loud. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live train to fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of silence, trying to chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you're moving intention.
I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Lose themselves chasing candles, moving breaks too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had the right resistance. Sparking levels in the chains that kept us second my decisions. Now to set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smaller. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. I move like no one built it while they left that in. Preparation look foolish before the rain arrives. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord. Soul reaper, patient trader, eat. Mono-emotional trader, sleep. Yeah.
It's bigger than trading.
It's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon,
Cycle.
move with wisdom.
Build with faith.
Smart action trading.
The information shared during this live stream is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. All trades, ideas, and strategies discussed are my personal opinions and are not recommendations to buy or sell any securities. Trading involves risk, and you should always do your own research and consult with a licensed financial professional before making any investment.
Top of the morning, traders, and happy Monday, August 3rd. Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend, is ready to kick off another opportunity field day. It is a new month. It is a new week. So again, What happened last month stays in last month. What happens this month stays in this month. Stay present. Take it shift by shift, day by day. Everything you learned last month, regardless how you performed, leverage all that to take advantage of August. All right, August, seasonality wise, August is a tricky month as well. We're not fully out of the chop period yet, but let's see how August pans out. Again, guys, make sure to like the video on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe. 100 likes will do the giveaway. If you're interested in joining us for the delay-free ad-free stream, along with our pre-market prep and access all the tools and resources we have to offer, make sure to click the link pinned in the chat, scan the QR code below to join us every single morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. So significant reduction in the size of that gap. Significant reduction in the size of the gap. We're officially open. The first thing I'm paying attention to, team, is can the bulls protect 740.890? We're officially open. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy August. Poll question for today. Poll question for today. Poll question for today is. Poll question for today is August trading goal. Notice how the August trading goal has nothing monetary. All right. So the August trading goal is, what is it? Is it follow your risk management rules? Is it take profits regularly? Is it eliminate over trading? Only trade high win rate setups. All right. It only allows me to put 4 options. Right. Of course, there's other things I can put in there, but those are the primary things that most traders need to refine. Right out the gate, Amazon all-time highs there. Tesla pushing to the upside. I want to see if Tesla can hold well at 315, or if it comes back to 310, respect that 310. Microsoft also showing tremendous strength here. So in the pre-market, guys, software names are showing tremendous strength. Software showing strength, mag showing strength, healthcare showing strength, and not the semis. Semis are within prior days range to open things up. Okay, semis are within prior days range to open things up, and we are officially open. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We have our BOGTOG. This is a very sticky zone here. I want to see what kind of action we do get off the zone. What kind of action we do get? Qs falling off a cliff below PML. Dow. So again, right out the gate, guys, we have some conflict. Okay, look at Amazon. Amazon all-time highs. Alphabet pushing. Okay, let me unlock trading. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Let's get the likes up. As you're coming to smash the like button. Amazon, all-time highs on Amazon. So let's take a look at the IV on Amazon. 86. That can possibly be something you can deal with because of the strength. Possibly, but it's still elevated. I gotta say, it's still elevated. Nvidia. Let's take a look at our friend Nvidia. Nvidia's starting to look like its old self. Nvidia's starting to look like its old self. Nvidia continues to push. I'm looking at the 200s, 205s. Right, depending on where we are when we get the Shockwave 15. We got Shockwave 5. Okay, Shockwave 5. Okay, we're jammed within pre-market high, pre-market low. We came into this PML. We swept this territory here. I want to see us defend. I want to see buyers pick this thing back up. If we're really bullish, right, buyers should have no issues when price comes into this territory picking it back up. They should pick it up with confidence. All right, so we don't want to see buyers not become confident in this zone. That tells us that's a legitimate bound zone. We're seeing tremendous strength on Microsoft as well. So you can see a lot of the mags are leading the way. Alphabet as well. Tremendous strength there. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're seeing the Dow starting to push the upside. We're seeing the Qs go the opposite way. Qs are falling off a cliff. They're below PML. If the Qs can hold below PML and the Dow gets above PMH, all right, SPY can have a hard time getting past this territory, getting past this range. All right, it might start chopping around. But once those two kind of get synced up, all right, I can give SPY a better chance. We did see semis coming to PML. They're trying to reestablish control back above PML. Sweep PML. We're starting to see AMD, okay, trying to sweep PML as well. Intel below PML. All those semiconductor names below those levels. We have Mags is strong, leading the way. Look at this, guys. Amazon, Alphabet, Microsoft, Meta, Nvidia, all of them strong. Tesla. Okay. And these contracts do expire today, so be mindful of that. Contracts do expire today, so be mindful of that. VIX, okay, magic number for us in the VIX is 16. What kind of response do we get off that 16? What kind of response do we get on the 16? Tesla 320s, 315s, 317s all look good. Look at Nvidia, I'm looking at Tesla. Let's take a look at Microsoft. Microsoft has a little room into its new resistance. We got Meta as well going. Everything's going, guys. Everything's going. A Shockwave 5. Keep a close eye there as well. See, okay, the Qs are starting to get picked up here as well. Let's take a look at SPY. SPY's IV. It has a return to some level of normalcy. Good. SPY's IV is below 20. You see the difference, right? But at the same time, low IV is not favorable as well. When the IV is too low, it's not the best thing. So 752s on SPY. Keep a close eye on that. Shockwave 5, be mindful of the 751.60 PMH. Okay, Qs are starting to push here. Nice sweep of that PML. See if the Dow can knock out that PMH. And the Qs can stay above VWAP. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's take a look at the YouTube chat real quick. $100 likes, guys. 100 likes, 100 likes. $751.60 coming up. Shockwave 5 on Amazon continues to push. Tesla has some PMH and daily upside breaker needs to address. See if we can continue to push. Okay, we're starting to see the Qs bounce off those lows. I can give SPY what it needs to continue to push. No signal on Shockwave 5 yet. Look at this nice dip into that territory. We are officially bullish engulfing on the hourly. Okay, see if we can hold those highs. Okay, buyers are trying to establish control. Okay, they lost control. They're trying to reestablish control. Look at the Qs now. Qs pushing. Okay, VIX going south. Let's see if the Dow can knock out that PMH. Shockwave 5, if you took Shockwave 5, manage accordingly. Tesla, look at Tesla, guys. Tesla continues to push about that 315. Okay, we're starting to see some strength across the board. We got small caps also looking to knock out that PMH. Qs came and swept PML. Okay, as Qs came in and swept PML. Tesla, beautiful push on Tesla. So let's see if the Dow can start to push. All right. The big danger here, if you're bullish, is we've seen this so many times in July, right? That pre-market high sweep. All right. So let's see it come into this territory, resurface back above it. I'll like it back the upside. Be mindful that we do have catalyst at 10 o'clock and 9:45 as well. I just want to ensure that the coast is clear for that PMH grab. Okay. Let's see if the coast is clear. I'm looking at the 752s on SPY. I want to see some strength on the Qs, on the Dow here. The Qs have some strength. They're starting to get squeezed here a little bit. Right, the Qs do have a little bit of strength. They reclaim those lows. We just need to see the Dow pick up. If we get a drop and resurface back above it, gives me a little bit of a buffer back into PMH. So keeping a close eye on the 752s. If you did take that already, manage accordingly. Microsoft, gorgeous chart. Meta continues to push. Make sure I'm on the 5 here. How are we doing? Anyone catch any of these names? Especially Tesla. Tesla, right out the gate. We talked about that 310, 315 level. Okay, Dow's starting to go. Getting one dip into this territory. Nice little retest there. That's the latest alert. Okay, Qs are bouncing off of that PML. Bouncing off that PML. Let's get to the chat. IWM 17%. Beautiful job. Microsoft, beautiful job. Devil Dog. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Everyone on YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning. 100 likes, guys. 100 likes is the goal. We'll do the giveaway. Good morning, George, and everyone. May God bless you and your family, health, economy. Please smash that like button when you come in today and every day. God bless you too. God bless everyone in the chat. Thank you for always speaking life into the chat. Fishman. Nothing but abundance and overflow for everyone in the month of August. Okay, I want to see if we can resurface back above it. No position, no horse in the race. Just monitoring the situation. Okay, verse of the day, 2 Corinthians 9:7. Thank you for sharing as always, Fishman. God bless. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you too, Venus. Morning, be blessed to all traders on this channel. Good morning, BT6305. Good morning, Francis. Good morning, Wiz. For August, goal is to take less trades and win more often. Good morning, Poleman 504. Good morning, CK007. Thank you for supporting the channel. Good morning, BLR 1982. Good morning, Skull 2 Mean. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so individual names are outperforming. Okay, we can see Alphabet continue to push, Tesla continue to push. We got Amazon continue to push, Amazon making all-time highs. We got Meta also making all-time highs as well. SPY, all right, a little skeptical near this to take the calls near that PMH. All right, still a little skeptical. I'll wait for Shock 15. Okay, the dip buy, of course, is in this territory. So this is the expansion buy. All right, so we discussed this in pre-market, of course. Anything above this for that put, break, retest, break, hold, retest, continue push higher. That's the expansion buy. So essentially, at this point, what you're looking to do is you're looking to buy high and sell higher. You're buying relatively high. Okay, you're getting those contracts near the highs of the day. Okay, looking for price to expand with momentum. All right, so those contracts can gain appreciation in a short period of time. So it is not a dip. So the big danger with that is any kind of pullback, right? It makes those contracts quickly lose value. So you have to be very sharp on your risk management and be very patient when it's at certain levels, and let it kind of sort itself out. Let it sort itself out. No rush. I did 17%. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good. Semis are still sliding, guys. Semis are still sliding. Broadcom new low day. AMD new low day. Okay, so the market is waiting on these semis. We got VWAP test coming up. So if you took this Shockwave 5, maybe you can scalp something out of it. If you're holding it into a 1 hour scale out, possibly you're going to get stopped out. You can use VWAP as your additional layer of risk as well. Okay, that's your last line of defense. It coincides closely with that. With that, if we can resurface here, and show some signs of strength on those indexes, and VIX can start to slide, I could possibly be there, right? If we can resurface. VIX is a little hot here on this last little stretch. Apple is the one thing that has the weakness. Apple 305, 302.50s for the puts. We have Shockwave 15 coming up. So when I say resurface, means it's below it and it gets back above it. Okay, reemerges. All right. Walmart. Take a look at Walmart. Yeah, nice drop on Walmart. Keep a close eye on that nice little flag on Walmart. Okay, see if you can resurface. resurface and go. We have Apple also sliding. Okay, if market starts to push, Apple sometimes has the inverse relationship with the indexes. So I'm looking at Apple 30250s for Shockwave 15. Shockwave 15 is officially here. If you are in Shockwave 5, all right, you got that early entry right there. Once again, on the resurface setup. Okay, you're looking to get follow through for SPY. Okay, Shockwave 5, you take the calls there. If you scalped out of it, okay, you can extract profit. If you're still holding it, you never got stopped out, you're maybe back at break even, small green. Shockwave 15 above 751.93. Keeping a close eye on Apple, Amazon. Break is right there as well. Amazon push into 290. If you can break that 286.95 territory. We got Meta continue to push. Meta, be mindful of the spreads. All right, Meta, be mindful of the spreads. It's either mid or bid. All right, preferably the bid. Preferably the bid. Only issue now, guys, is the Dow is going the opposite way. The opposite way. Nice little flag break there on the one on Walmart. Okay, Alphabet, nice break on Alphabet. See if you can hold. So Shockwave will tell Shockwave 5 you'll get this entry because that's right before the cutoff. The resurface entry is right there. All right. All the issue is it might spend some time here because the two big guys down the Qs they're not in agreement. There goes Meta. See if Meta can hold. They are not in agreement. They're not in alignment. 17% IWM. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. Microsoft 365% done for the day. Tremendous, tremendous job, SMC Queen. Is that a swing? Or did you catch that immediate push off the open? That was a gorgeous push off the open. Gorgeous push off the open. Okay. So nothing yet. No positions for me so far. Amazon all-time highs. All right, so keep a close eye on that. Meta starting to push. Mid or bid on Meta. Small caps also on the radar. Okay, small caps, look at the 294s. Okay, see, okay, we got scale out on Shockwave 5, and then that segues us right into Shockwave 15. See if there's a break and hold on Shockwave 15. Want the indexes to get into agreement. Keeping a close eye on small caps as well. Small caps, they fly under the radar. Watching Apple as well, Apple breakdown. They fly under the radar, but when they fly, they can fly. When they fly, they can fly. If you took 15, your entry is there, so I don't want you to confuse the two. Shockwave 5 already did the job. 15 is right here. So Shockwave 5 already hit scale out. So you notice how the Qs are actually trying to get, they're close to the highs of the day, and the Dow's going the other way. They're near the lows of the day. All right, so although spots trying to push higher, it's a gradual push. Okay, it's a gradual push. Gradual push. Nice break on Alphabet. Meta, nice break. Okay. So no signal on shockwave 15 yet. It's about a moderate confidence, close to 60%. Now we're waiting on the Dow. Now we are waiting on the Dow. So first trading day of the month. There are still some buying pressure. There's still some buying pressure on that hourly. 15 is directional on SPY. 15 is directional on the Qs. They're just struggling at 690. 15 is inside on IW. 15 is inside on the Dow. Apple looking like it wants to go the other way. Google coming back in. See if Google could resurface. Keep a close eye on small caps. I'm watching Google here. If it wants to resurface back above those highs. Google 375 calls. See if Google can reclaim. SPY is slowly pushing. Okay, Google, see if Google can hold that level right there. Okay, SPY is starting to push. Small caps, keep a close eye on small caps as well. There we go, getting lifted. Getting lifted there. Okay, Google's starting to push as well. Small caps and Google, keep a close eye. Small caps and Google, if you're in SPY already, manage accordingly. Also resurface on Microsoft. Okay, see if small caps can tap that and go. Okay, we're looking at the pullback on small caps on the 5. They do have PMH right there. If they can resurface, that would be great. There goes Google. There goes Google. But you notice how everything is just gradually grinding higher. Google is going to get close to the highs of the day. Near 374 if you need to TP. I want to see a wick here on the 1 on small caps. Okay, I'll take IWM right there. I'll take the calls. The 294 calls. Risk is going to be conservative. Of course, PMH is right here, right? We have this major key zone right there. All right, major inflection point. We can see some pressure there, so this thing needs to start to go. But with everything getting lifted, see if IWM can get a nice win, victory above that 294.21, which is PMH. All right, so see if we can get that break above that level and go. If it starts to fail and gets back into conservative, then I get stopped out. No close below it on the 5. First trade of the day, first trade of the week, first trade of the month. IWM calls. If you did take SPY, manage accordingly. SPY scale out on shockwave 15. Right, slow push higher. Okay, slow push higher. Okay, let's see if small caps can start to go here. I want to see a close above this PMH. Okay, close above PMH on small caps, that would be great. Okay, TP if you need to, guys. Up 15. I'm going to take my majority off right there on small caps at 15%, down to runners. Thank you very much, small caps. Okay, thank you very much, small caps. TP at 15%. See if the runners can continue to push. That 5-minute candle still settling, has about 28 seconds left. Okay, go, go, go. up 20. If you took Google as well, guys, you're doing well. Up 20. I want to see a hold above PMH here. On the 5-minute candle flip here, guys, I want to see candle over candle immediately. I'm going to use PMH as my risk. Okay, so no close back below PMH. I don't want it to just quickly get absorbed back below PMH. Okay, testing PMH here on the 5. I already took profits at 15. See if runners can go if they want to. Okay, testing PMH right here. Go, go, go. I'll give it about a minus 5% buffer. Okay, go small caps. Knock out that 294.46. SPY, nice push on SPY. All right, so you want to start off your week. When you start off your week, guys, you want to start to, okay, secure the profit. All right, just build a cushion. Okay, nice push on small caps. There we go, guys. Okay, up 23. SPY pushing as well. Look at that hourly candle on SPY. There goes small caps. There goes small caps. Look at Google. Okay, so it's almost, there were so many, you have to pick the one you want to take. Up 27. All right, TP guys, TP, TP, TP. Take profits, 27% and less than 10 minutes of work. Okay. See if SPY can get a TP1. Small caps did not give a scale out yet. See if we can at least hold. So my new, I want no close below PMH. Okay, that's gonna be my risk for runners. All right, so no close below PMH on the 5. I'm gonna let this thing ride out. All right, profit secured. I'm gonna let this thing ride out on small caps. They want to go. Okay, scale out there, guys. Scale out there. Scale out given. Okay, up 30%, 32%, 33%. Here we go. There's the current trade we're in. All right, as you can see. Okay, indicator gives the entry. 30% right there. Okay, scale out right there as well. See if we can take this into 295. Okay, so we can take it into 295. Okay, if the Dow can start to break, that would be great. 36%, guys. %, 295. Let's go. Okay, TP. You should already TP. I'm gonna need a very, very tight trail. All right, right there. So at least I'll secure 25% with those runners. Up 42%. Okay, 42% right there. So I already gave you the scale out. Basically 36% for scale out. See if we can push into 295. Go, go, go. Qs have some strength as well. Qs just broke. Okay, 48%. There we go, guys. 51%. There we go, guys. 53, 295. If we close below that red line on the 1 minute, then I'll close out. All right, so trying to see, giving it a very tight margin of error. Okay, I'll take my 42 right there. All right. So I was trying to take it into there. I'll take my 42% of those runners right there. Trying to see if I can get that push into 25 on this current stretch. I don't want to sit through any back and forth. So gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous trade, guys. All right, first trade of the week, first trade of the month. Works beautifully in our favor. All right, so if you took SPY, of course, SPY got the job done. All right, NVIDIA got the job done. Google got the job done as far as the scalp is concerned. SPY, Shockwave 5, Shockwave 15. All right, so many opportunities. Okay, so many opportunities. Let us know if you got that. Okay, it doesn't matter if you caught 50%, if you got 5%, 10%, any piece, okay, any piece of the pie. All right, that's good enough. All right, SPY continues to push. SPY continues to push. ISM can continue to push as well, guys. That 5 is strong. Ultimate target is at 295. All right, new 5-minute candle here. SPY hit TP1. All right, once shot. Oh, look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA's looking like its old self. Google. So for me, it came down to Google and small caps. All right, so Google and small caps. The reason why I went with small caps rather than Google. All right, Google did provide opportunities. So Google, when I take those individual names, I'll take it into highs of the day. All right, you guys already know. If it comes into this territory, I'm going to ride the majority to highs of the day. If there's any runners, if it can continue to push, great. If it can't, I get stopped out, break even. So Google did provide a gorgeous opportunity as well when it resurfaced for about $1.70. Okay. Okay, Apple. We talked about what name's going to break down. Okay, look at Apple. Apple's starting to break down. Okay, so there's an abundance of opportunities, guys. So I don't want you to think, oh, I missed this trade, or I think it's over. Apple is breaking down. You just have to be in the right state of mind. Okay, so small caps actually went to our 25 target. Okay, so I could have waited a little bit. All right, I could have waited a little bit, but I decided to take my 40 plus. That would probably yield you 60. Okay, 65%. And look at that, right to 295. So all in all, this move right here, 91 cents. The Google move was $1 and some change. And what is it rejecting off of? The shockwave tells you here, guys, TP1, it tells you the TP right there. So if you don't TP here, and you see a massive candle push to the downside, right, then that means you're not doing your part in taking the money. Right, the market is putting money in your hands. It's putting the money in your hands and closing your fist. Right, and you just refuse to take it. Okay, because as quickly as it got there, okay, that 50, 60%, 70%, whatever the return was up here, can quickly evaporate. Especially if this is your plan. If your plan is to hold it all the way through, that's different. Okay? Just be mindful of that. All right? So, great way to kick off the month, the week. Let's get the likes up on YouTube, guys. We only have 32 likes, 150 people joining us. All right, let's get the likes up. SPY. This one's giving me a little FOMO. Not really. Okay. That was there for the taking, but I wasn't fully confident about PMH quite yet. All right, so I'm still getting some reads on SPY. Okay, so Shockwave 5 will get you in. Tesla's starting to go. Okay, Tesla's starting to go. Resurface setup on Tesla. Okay, Shockwave will get you in. Shockwave 5 will get you in. Shockwave 15 will get you in. All right, especially the open and range break traders, guys. The biggest thing is you don't know which one is going to go, which one's going to be a trap. That's why Shockwave is here to the rescue. So now on this current hourly candle, guys, who's in charge? As of now, all right? As of now. Okay. Yeah, Google, Devil Dog. Yeah, Google's starting to come back. It's trying to come back. Google was a scalp. There was no scale out. So you usually get the scale out at 1R, right? Around that 1R territory. So when you cover your risk is when the scale out comes. If you want to take profit before the scale out, you can. All right, gave about $1.76, $1.80. It looks like it didn't get stopped out yet. Maybe since there's some drawdown. All right, with those individual names, nothing is really Nothing has went to TP1 yet. Outside of NVIDIA, nothing has went to TP1. All right, the indexes went to TP1, SPY went to TP1, but we haven't seen any moves expanding. Small caps went to TP1, so we just getting to scale out. Meta went to TP1, NVIDIA went to TP1. Not a lot of TP1s hit. Okay. What is the VIX? VIX is just volatility index. All right, just gives you some insight on fear and greed. All right, so the way it works is the market operates on two things. All right, one thing. Two things, I should say. Okay, certainty, uncertainty. That's it. Okay, when things are uncertain, when there's fear in the market, okay, it starts to get very volatile. So the VIX is a way of measuring or bottling the level of uncertainty there is in the market. When the uncertainty is high, volatility spikes. All right, as day traders, volatility, we know we have a healthy relationship with volatility. So we need some level of volatility for our trades to get to where they need to get to. Because when there's no volatility, that's just as bad as high volatility, guys. All right, when the VIX is very low and there's no volatility, that is when you get in a trade, it takes forever to play out. Or you get stopped out because you're just getting chewed up. It's not going anywhere. All right, so that's what it measures. It measures fear, greed, okay, and that comes from whether it's certain or if the markets are certain or uncertain. Small caps continue to push. Anyone holding runners on small caps? Okay, IWM runner, beautiful job, Dan. Tremendous job, IWM. 100%. Good. Good. The five is still. We had that nice little shooter candle, but with those runners, if you want to sit through those, with runners after securing profit, by all means. Okay. Done for the day. Good. Okay, we're gonna do a giveaway here shortly, guys. We'll do a giveaway. We'll collect names at 11 o'clock. All right, so let's try to get as many likes as possible. Help us get to 6K subs. All right, so first goal, of course, first milestone for the channel is to get to 5,900 subs. 5,900 and 6K. One runner left, one DT contract. Beautiful job, Lynn. Giving it some time to breathe. If it goes, it can really go. So the only trade I took so far is IWM small caps. SPY was there for the taking Qs. Okay, scalp on Qs, scale out. Google stopped out. Eventually got stopped out on Google. If you decide to take Google, Microsoft, scalp there, Meta, TP1. I'll probably wait until second shift. No rush to take any more trades. See if you can come back. If SPY can come back to this territory. So now we're creating that separation away from this test zone. All right. So now we're slowly getting into this territory here. So now we're almost within striking distance intraday of all-time highs. All right. So now we are 6 points away. Might be a little bit out of reach unless we get that one of those days. We all know one of those days where it just continues to push up. Might be a little out of reach to make all-time highs today. It's not out of the equation, but very, very low possibility. But we're back in the neighborhood. Okay, if we're trading in the 754, 756 territory, okay, we're back in the neighborhood. Okay, we're back in the neighborhood. All-time high neighborhood in this area. All right, this This is the area. The exact all-time high, intraday, 760.40. Okay, so that's where we are, guys. So now, look at this. FOMC range, we get that break, we get that retest of this bounce zone, continue to push, we get that monthly gap up, and we run past that gap. We didn't come visit the gap. Okay, and I wanted to show you something, team. So this morning, there's one thing we discussed with our team. If there's legitimate buyers, they'll protect this territory here. Okay, don't go short, all right, unless this thing completely breaks down, because there's a lot of interest in this territory. We're directional. We saw a nice little bounce. We saw a bounce there. Second setup was, okay, now if we get to the PMH, what takes place? It's easy to see what takes place after the fact, but being prepared and doing your diagnosis in real time is the key. Now we're above PMH, and now we're headed towards 755. That's SPY. So the most important levels was down here for the bounce and up there. So one already came into play. Qs, interesting with the Qs, they fell below this key zone, quickly reclaimed it, held it, and went back the other way. So the Qs are still inside, but they're range bound, okay, within prior day's range, 50% retrace and PMH. Small caps. Okay, small caps was a reclaim. Small caps, okay, opened up. They opened up below that daily upside breaker, and the trade that we took here as well is this reclaim. Okay, shockwave put us in position for this reclaim of this key zone. If it rejects, fails back under, it gets stopped out. But it continues to reclaim, and now it's above 295 and beyond, and is looking to knock out that weekly upside breaker and join SPY in the Dow, and knocking out that level. And the Dow itself, okay, Dow intraday, a little flat, but still strong from pre-market. Okay, so the Dow, SPY, and small caps are leading the way, with the Dow being in the lead. Qs, laggard. Bitcoin, starting to push. Still below 65K though. VIX, okay, below 16. We have crude, which is also a tell, below 80. Okay, that opens up, that gives us the ideal environment for us to get one of those pushes to the upside. Okay, look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA is looking like its old self now, guys. NVIDIA is looking like its old self once again. Nice flag break on small. Anyone still holding small caps? Poodle, if you're in the chat, are you holding small caps? You do a tremendous job on holding those trades. VIX below 1650. If it cracks at 16, we're not going to rely on it as much. The lower it gets. Tesla, let's take a look at Tesla here. The intraday higher time frame. Tesla went inverse head and shoulder. Tesla does look, it's just a matter of finding an entry on Tesla. I did like Tesla at that 315, my 315 break, 310 bounce, and now when inverse head and shoulder starting to push. So it's kind of just using this little path, creating this cycle. Back to the upside. Tesla still has a lot to recover from earnings. Okay, so see if you can come back and pay that 315 a visit. Of course, via shockwave, reclaim on Tesla can come into play into highs of the day. But we are seeing Tesla starting to reverse course. We got this low, we got this low, we got this high. We're starting to form a high there. So as long as it holds the structure, Tesla's possibly on its way gradually into this territory. So it's not going to just be baseline up, possibly just maybe just gradual pushback in that area. But Tesla did go inverse. When I did take that trade Thursday, late Thursday into Monday, okay, it was this here. Tesla 310. Okay, Tesla breaks here all day, gets that retest break, and then 310 was starting to hold late day, and then I took that shot. It gaps up, and it starts to melt late in the pre-market. Position opens up down about 40%, which is I'm okay with that, and then immediately starts to push back up for about 60%. One shot, one kill, and that was the only trade I took on Friday. Okay, so Tesla looks like it wants to go back the other way, slowly but surely. Anyone holding SPY? Anyone babysitting SPY? Anyone babysitting SPY? SPY, gorgeous break on SPY. So small caps and SPY leading the way. Okay, there goes small caps, guys. Direction on the weekly. Sleeping giant is the Qs. Okay, good. That's good. All right, so don't let what's taking place here, all right, discourage you if you took profits early. That's fine. You got what you need. You got your piece. You got the job done. All right, that's the game the market plays. All right, always does that so you can basically deviate away from your plan. Good. Pace yourself. It's a long month. Okay, long month. We're just getting August started. Tesla resurface. Looking at the keep in mind these are zeros, right? So you need to go further. Looking at the 320s. Tesla possibly. Who's done for the day? Who's done for the day? Man, what a move. Look at small caps, guys. There you go. There you go. Calls, scale out TP1. And about to go to TP2. Tesla trying to resurface. Keeping a close eye on Tesla. Back into highs a day. All right. Q's above PMH. If they can start to wake up, that would be great. Look at the Tesla 320s. Look at SPY, guys. SPY is just taking flight. SPY is taking flight. TP2 hit. TP2 hit. So this trade on small caps can be north of 150, depending on your entry. All right, maybe even 200 if you got that exact entry. Okay. So what does the hourly tell us? Based on the hourly, are there more buyers than there are sellers? As of now, between 10 o'clock and 10:19, are there more buyers or sellers present? Put in the chat. Congratulations, Joe P. Keeping a close eye on Tesla here. I want to see a nice reclaim on Tesla. Looking at the 320s. If the Qs can get above PMH, that'd be great. Q to get above PMH, that'd be great. Okay, Tesla's starting to go. Okay, Tesla, pull back just a little bit. Pull back just a little bit. Okay, I'll take Tesla right there. I'm going to Tesla calls. Risk conservative. And conservative lines up nicely with the VWAP. So second trade of the day, Tesla. Keep in mind these are zeros. If the Qs can get above PMH, that'd be great. That one is starting to wick. Nasty wick on the one. I can sit through that. My risk is conservative. See if we can resurface. Might have to sit through a little bit of drama. But we'll see. Still within risk. Still within. My risk is right here, guys. Okay, so obviously we want to see the Qs break that PMH. I want to see what's going to give me confidence within the next few minutes, guys. If Tesla can knock out the initial call trigger. All right, if we can do that, that would give me some confidence. If not, I'm going to have to just sit through some back and forth until either there's something to take or until I get stopped out. Okay, it's been a little sticky there on Tesla. Sticky situation back and forth. SPY, nice push on SPY. Let that 5-minute candle settle. Still about 3 minutes left. All right, so still early in this trade on Tesla. But nonetheless, already deployed risk. See if Tesla can start to go. Get that nice push. Qs. I want the Qs to hold up PMH. So this is the ideal environment for Tesla to go, but it just doesn't want to go as of now. SPY's pushing. SPY's thriving. Qs are thriving. Qs see if they can hold up PMH. Inside on the 15 on tests. So this last 2 minutes and some change, guys. This would be huge for Tesla. Okay, this would give me some confidence. All right, what would be tough for Tesla is if Tesla in the next 2 minutes closes below that weekly upside breaker. Okay, so SPY continues to push. Tesla starting to slide. See if Tesla can resurface. Look at the Qs, guys. Look at SPY, I should say. SPY, 755. 755 coming up. $7.55 coming up. Okay. So minute some change. Position update. Minus 20%. Still within risk. Conservative. See if we can at least string together a couple of pushes to the upside. When it's all said and done, get above 318.41. That's what I want to see. Okay. 318. These are perfect conditions. I mean, perfect conditions. Qs continue to push. TP2 hit on SPY. Okay, let's see if Tesla can start to rise here. Okay, with some momentum here, we want that break to take place. Go, go, go. I like how the Qs continue to push. TP2 hit on SPY, guys. Okay, TP2 hit on SPY. Theta took a little bit of Tesla, but if we can start to speed up here to the upside, I can quickly recover that theta decay. $2.85. $2.85 move on SPY. Okay, now Tesla. With this initial push now, guys, I want to see Tesla start to break. pan over to Tesla here. Okay, I want to see Tesla starting to push now. Okay. Go, go, go. So create separation and go. Create separation and go. Okay. Knock out these highs. All right, in the next 5 minutes, what I want to see is just to close above that call trigger. It's having a hard time here. I want to see it close above this call trigger, 318.41. If we can knock out these highs, that'd be great. It can start to roll in our favor. And then eventually, final destination, high as the day. All right, so it's a because I don't think if it goes back lower, have to sit through some more back and forth. So it's in Tesla's best interest to go now. Okay, to go now. Let's start to push. Go, go, go. That 5-minute candle. It didn't close above it. I got a doji. This 5-minute candle will be critical. Okay, so I'll let this settle. My risk is all the way down here. Conservative. Okay. So the more time passes, okay, that's not going to be favorable for the position. So let's see if at least this structure that we're seeing recently on the 1 can hold at least. This 5-minute candle break, that would be great. If the 5-minute candle breaks below those lows, doji break below those lows, can start to see some selling pressure. So critical point here for Tesla. Critical point here. And there's zeros, so they're going to be very sensitive as time passes, okay? Very sensitive. Go, go, go. Push into 318.76. Okay, 318.76. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Get back to break even. Get that push. I got to push into here. I want to see it get beyond that territory. At some point in time, this was a green territory. Now it's a break-even territory. All right. So Tesla needs all the help it can get, because it is a little messy here. It's a little messy there. SPY 5-minute pullback, 5-minute pullback on Qs as well. Qs testing that PMH. Here joining us, this is our second trade of the day. First trade worked beautifully in our favor, which was IWM. And currently waiting to see how this current trade on Tesla plays out. Position update down 6%, average fill 145. So no signal yet. All right, you see how the signal takes its time to print. Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. Tesla was phenomenal to us last week. Phenomenal to us last week. See if we can continue. Okay, see if we can continue. I want that signal to print. If we can print, that'd be great. Go, go, go. Get above 318.76 and go. What are you waiting for, Tesla? Qs are strong. Go, 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 go. Now, we'll keep close on the Apple breakdown. All right, too much resistance up here. Apple breakdown. Get another push. We need that push above 318.76. All right, it's just failing to crack this. If we can crack this 318.76, okay, it can start to go. I like how the Qs are starting to push, guys. Qs are starting to push now. Okay, the SPY and the small caps have handed the baton over to the Qs. Okay, they ran the race early. They ran a good race, and now they handed the baton to the Qs. And as the Qs are getting lifted, highs the day. See if Tesla can start to push. Okay, break that 318.76. With decision, with conviction. 5 minutes directional. Okay, don't wick back below it. Don't reject off of it. Okay, candle over candle, candle over candle, candle over candle, and it's officially 10:30. It's officially second shift, guys. Second shift. First shift, 2 trades, small caps, IWM and Tesla. Currently babysitting Tesla. We'll see how Tesla unfolds. If you're done for the day, let us know in the chat, guys. Some phenomenal opportunities. If you took Shockwave on SPY, small caps, got the job done easily. Some individual names. It was spotty. Currently babysitting Tesla here. Okay. Currently babysitting Tesla. Tesla here. So second shift is officially here. Okay. Second shift is officially here. At least hold that structure a little bit. Qs. See if Qs continue to push. It's just the back and forth on Tesla, right? The back and forth. It really starts to take a toll on those contracts. These contracts are the 320s. So they're final for them to get in the money. It's all the way up there. All right, so this is basically the break-even point. A little above that. All right, so I'll stick with it. I'll stick with it. Still within risk. Send through the back and forth. See if you get a nice little push back up. Okay, if you took Tesla and you're going to modify your risk to the structural break, or hey, you know what, it gets that nice little push, and then you're going to exit on that nice little push at break even or smaller loss. You can always do that. Right. But the captain will go down with the ship. So if Tesla stops me out, I get stopped out. If it works back up, I'll be there for it as well. All right, so I'll go down with however this trade unfolds. Okay. Maybe one DTEs would have been favorable. That 5-minute candle does not look promising for the bulls unless they can flip it. We're starting to see a rotation into the Qs now. All right, we're starting to see a little bit of weakness here on SPY. We're starting to see some weakness on the Dow as well. Tesla's starting to crack. All right, this is where a lot of the momentum trades get chopped up here. All right, the fact that it's kind of just going sideways, even though you're not wrong or right, the fact that time is going, all right, you're leaning towards being wrong, and you're sitting in drawdown uncomfortably. Okay, so Tesla. See how that unfolds. My risk is same thing, conservative. Okay, same thing, conservative. Starting to slide very aggressively. That can kind of factor in VWAP into it as well. Okay, maybe last ditch effort. We see some weekly upside breaker. Buyers defend it there. Okay, so we'll see how that plays out. SPY pulling back on the 5. We have the Qs having tremendous strength here. Okay, so we'll see how this unfolds. You guys will see how this unfolds in real time. Who's done? Who's done though, guys? If you're done for the day, congratulations. 1 hour work day. Good, good, good. Looks like Tesla's stuck in the mud a little bit. Let's get to 100 likes, team. Let's get to 100 likes. We're at 50 likes. We're at 50 likes. Let's get to 100. Let's get to 100, guys. We'll do the giveaway. So at this point, break even is possibly up here. Okay, so now on this last little stretch, see if we can really start to go. Okay, let's start to pick up some speed. All right, and the nature is some trades, guys. I mean, you just get caught. Okay, get caught in this kind of movement, and it's your choice on how you're going to manage it. Do you want to just abandon it because the action is not favorable? Do you want to sit through it as long as your predefined risk is intact? So last time we were up here, we were small green break even. Okay, we were green, and then now break even. Now still red. So you can see the effects of decay. At 1875, 318.75 is a brick wall. If we can break past that, guys, we have room to highs the day. And Tesla needs to go now because look at the Qs. The Qs are flying. So this is a relay race, all right? So we saw SPY come in hot. So let's see if we can at least get a signal printed here via shockwave. All right, SPY taking a break now. Pass the baton to the Qs. Qs are starting to get pushed back now. Okay, so see if that trickle down can start to impact Tesla. Someone pass the baton to Tesla. Pass the baton to Tesla. The Dow below PML. The Dow below VWAP, I should say. Okay, see if we get a nice capture of this. Okay, vote of confidence. Okay, capture this. We're back in business. We fail. We reject one more time. Okay, we're getting very close for those contracts to get out of business. Is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8th attempt to charm. Go, go, go. Okay, finally. Okay, now shockwave is giving you a signal here. So if I waited for this, right, it has a higher chance of working out now than if I just took it on my own strength. Now the indicator says, okay, coast is clear. There we go. Go, 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 go. This 318.75. If you did take this, manage accordingly. If you took it if you took it on this signal, TP if you need to, guys. My position is still in slight drawdown. I want to see a close above here, guys, and a push into these highs. Look at the Qs. What's encouraging is the Qs are starting to wake up. What's encouraging is SPY starting to go. Okay, now Tesla, it's your time to shine. This is your moment. This is your moment. So in this case, if you took it on this signal, you're already in the green as opposed to sitting through all this back and forth. Okay, let's go. Get that push into highs a day. Get that push. Still down here. Now break even. Very close to it. This 318.75, guys. We need to break that and continue to push higher. Look at the Qs. Let's see if the small caps can go as well. SPY just made highs a day. There's 5 minutes and the next minute and some change. Okay. Just stay above here. All right. Maybe we can tolerate as long as that 5 minute candle stays above that 318.42, 318.41, that initial trigger. That'd be great. Okay, so we did get a low here. Okay, still higher than this low, but you notice how much time is passing. So now it's a fight against the clock. Qs are, look at the Qs. Qs are direction on the weekly now. VIX falling off a cliff beautifully below 16. Okay, it's one of those situations. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. Okay, market is doing everything it needs to do Tesla's not doing anything. All right, let's see if we can start to get its act together, start to push. Go, 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 Tesla. Start to push here. Separation away from 318.75, critical. Okay, I've been in this position since 10:20. So 20 minutes. That is a lifetime with zeros. 20 minutes is a lifetime. Q's knock out those highs. SPY high a day. SPY high a day. Go, 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 Tesla. String together a 5-minute candle. Push above these highs. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. You notice how break even is getting higher and higher and higher. There we go. There we go. Okay. Go, go, go. Now we need Tesla to break this high day. Okay, there we go, Tesla. Up 13, up 19, up 17. I'm going to take a majority off right there at 18%. Down to runners. Beautiful job, Tesla. Wow, that took forever, but got it done. Okay, runners up 18. 320 coming up. Okay, see those contracts can go in the money. TPR need to, guys. Up 18. 320 contracts are going in the money. Up 21. Okay, doesn't have to get to 320. Okay, just TP. If you gotta hold through it, if you're okay with risking your profit, by all means. All right, you can start to adjust where your risk is now. So I want to see a hold of this level. Took forever, but it paid off. No close back above high a day. No close back below high a day. Okay. That's Tesla approaches 320. There we go, 22%. There we go, team. We had to sit through it, stay patient. Up 27, 28, 31, 320 hit. Get past 320. Okay, I'll take it off right there. All out on Tesla. 28. You can continue to push, that's fine. But my job on Tesla is done. It can do whatever it wants. But look how long it took. Okay, look how long it took. But better entry comes in right there. Okay, so all out on Tesla. Last close 320. Okay, and those contracts went in the money. All right. If you can hold 320, you can continue to push. If you took that dollar signs in the chat. IWM, 140%. Beautiful job, Dan. All right, so 2 trades. Had to sit through a little back and forth on Tesla. Okay, took some time to play out. Still within risk. I was confident in holding it as long as risk didn't get violated because the market was strong. We rode it into in the money. And what is it rejecting off of now? Our exact target where we closed the runners. All right. So this, you cannot, this kind of, look at this, guys. Okay, this might seem insignificant, but this will wipe out all the 20 and get you to 0. Okay, it will wipe out all the profits. Okay, look at that. Comes exactly to 320. Okay, if you have further data, you can maybe sit through it. But again, my objective is to take it to 320. All right, so back to SPY. That's 2 trades, guys. Both trades work beautifully in our favor. All right, and at this point, lottos. All right, or no trades at all. And the streak continues. All right, streak continues. We're on a little hot streak. All right, we can care less about the hot streak, but we're just focused on one trade at a time, one trade at a time, one shift at a time. Okay, SPY. Look at SPY. Look at SPY. All right, so again, Shockwave is, I can't say it enough, is a game changer, guys. It's a game changer, and I can't wait to release the other Shockwave as well. The entire Shockwave family will be available very soon. All right, so Tesla worked out. We had to sit through a little back and forth. And whatever it does at this point, it can do whatever it wants. Okay. How we doing so far, guys? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? I didn't get a chance to check the chat. Who's done for the day? Who's done for the day? 25. Okay, there we go. 50. Nice catch on Apple. Good, good, good. So Lynn is done for the day. 60%. Previous day close entry point. Beautiful, 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 beautiful job. Good, good, good. That's how we do it. All right. $100% for Dan. Beautiful job, guys. I'm telling you, if you traded with our team during the month of July, all right, the month of July, in hindsight, will be the best, regardless of P&L, will be the best month. You're going to look back and say, hey, you know what? I learned so much about the market during that month. Okay, that's as hard as it gets. That's the good news. That's the silver lining. It was a tough month, okay, but that's as hard as it gets. That's it. Okay, it was on maximum difficulty. But now you have that, you know what that looks like. You know where that puts you mentally. You know what's required to navigate. And when the conditions start to get a little more favorable, okay, they're simpler to read. All right, we always want to have that humble approach and never say it's easy, but okay, your job becomes simpler. Okay, Tesla's out of here. If you want to hold about 320, you caught another 30-40 cents. And Tesla on the higher time frames does look good as well. All right. So, congratulations. How we doing on YouTube, guys? How we doing on YouTube? All right, Tesla's just getting warmed up. Just heating up. If you know Tesla, you know Tesla. All right, my primary objective is just, again, build a cushion. First week, get a feel, build a cushion. That's the protocol. All right, the catching the larger trades, continue to go. That'll come. That'll come. All right. So always play to your strengths, guys. Always play to your strengths. If you haven't already, guys, make sure to like the video. Let's get the likes up. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. All right, second shift. So 2 trades today. And both trades came during first shift. Had to hold Tesla into second. That eventually worked in our favor. And now it's starting to push aggressively above 720. So those contracts are now in the money nicely. Right, they're priced at 212. Time of entry. When we took them, 145. So you get about $60, some change per contract. All right, less than an hour. Okay, less than an hour. Who's done for the day? It's a great way to kick off the month, guys. And to be honest, individual names, all right, they weren't going unless you caught Nvidia. Nvidia's starting to look like its old self, which is very encouraging. This is a good sign moving forward. This is a good sign for us. All right, we have another name to potentially trade. a sign. Stopped out on Tesla, but green on IWM. Done for the day. Good, good, good. Again, if you hit your stop, right, just respect your stop. I know it can be frustrating sometimes when you get stopped out and then it goes. It happens to me a lot as well, right? But that's the price we pay to ensure we don't get caught off guard and blow up. Let me check it on the poll. Poll question for today was August trading goal. So 37% of you guys in the chat said follow risk management rules, and another 30% said take profit regularly. Okay, those are what's stopping you. Those are the two major roadblocks. Right, just cut those trades if you get stopped out. Take those profits, because it's very easy after you take profits, you see it run up, and then you start to go down the line of what if, and that makes you not take profits on the next trade. Right, you have to really have that see profit, take profit, I can care less what happens after the fact type of mentality. Right, and then when you have that mentality initially, and then maybe you can use a small piece of your position to exercise some of your greed. Say if you trade 10 contracts, after you scale out, if you want to just leave one, you can exercise your greed with one. See if you want to catch the whole thing, or if there's more, just to feed your greed. But you don't feed your greed with your entire account. All right, so you have to be very strategic when it comes to that. Okay, so it's almost 11 o'clock, guys. Make sure to like the video. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. We will look to wrap up the stream here at on 11:30. If you're looking to join us for the extended stream in the Discord community, make sure to click the link pinned in the chat to join us. Use the code TRIAL30. And this will be the last month, guys, to join us at this price. So take advantage. Take advantage, guys. Well, we did get some data, ISM data as well, at 10 o'clock. Let's see if it updated. So strikers, okay, you want to go to here, okay? So it didn't update. It's how to find a way to make this update on its own. Okay, you're gonna click this for the Google Meets link. So folks on YouTube, tomorrow we have trade balance, we have jolts, we have factory orders. Tonight we have PLTR reporting earnings. PLTR reporting earnings. Okay, if you want to listen to the earnings call, you go directly to Google Finance. Right? All right, this is a free tool, and if you have Gemini, you can do some research as well. You can do some research as well, which is really cool. So Google Finance, okay, really stepping up. We'll take some chart requests on YouTube, guys. Any chart requests, any questions as we head into the tail end of the show. Strikers will be hanging out until 12 o'clock. If any ideas do come down the line, we'll share those ideas. If you're green, stay clean. Great way to kick off the month of August. Okay, great way to kick off the month of August. So we're testing 755, 755. Tesla scale out. That scale out on Tesla, that's a major scale out. A scale out on Tesla is going to be massive. Okay, a scalp on Tesla, that doesn't even give you a scale out, is going to yield you upwards of 30-40%. Scale out on Tesla. Okay, that's $2.88. Okay, so these contracts went in the money. But look where the signal comes in. Alright, so my entry, when I took it, was right here. I was taking the, based off of this signal here, I wanted to see if I can take the resurface entry here. Get back above it into highs of the day. But what happened was between that entry and by the time it worked out, time passed. And it flirted with a key level multiple times. Okay, the 1875. And then it finally got the break, and then if you waited for this break, you discounted all the rest of them. This here will give you the perfect entry because you're not sitting through any drawdown. This entry, okay, unfortunately, if you take it there, if you have a tighter stop than conservative, you're sitting through some drawdown. You have a couple of opportunities to take some scalps, right? But if your stop is conservative, you're just getting beat up in drawdown, but not realizing the loss. Once it gets beyond conservative, that's when you get stopped out. And now Tesla, guys, is at 321. Okay, 321. All right. So now the relay race is taking place. The Qs have the baton. Okay, the Qs are back in action. Now all of the major indexes are above weekly upside breaker. So they're all trading above last week's highs. What that means is they're all above FOMC highs. And SPY is looking to knock out monthly upside breaker. If you take a look at that weekly candle from last week, the way we closed that week, shifted that weekly candle to hammer. So if we take this out, can someone tell me what kind of candle we have? What kind of candle was June? What kind of candle was June? Was it a directional candle or was it an inside candle? All right, if you guys recall. Was it a directional candle or was it an inside candle? The entire month of June when you take a look at it from the monthly. Okay. Okay, we're about to knock out the highs of July coming up, 75.58. All right, so we're making our entrance into this rejection zone. All right, if we're gonna just blast past this entry zone, rejection zone, okay, full body candles. That's the only way. And look how close we are now to all-time highs. 4 points away. Okay. 4 points away. Okay, less than 5 points to be exact, all right? Less than 5 points away. How quickly things change. How quickly opportunities come and then they go. Okay. If SPY continues to push, Apple breakdown potentially brewing. At this point, it's about to be 11 o'clock. Okay. 1 DTEs. Okay. Zeros might be out of the equation. All right. Unless you are an advanced trader. Tesla 322. 322 on Tesla. 322 on Tesla. If we can get 100 likes between now and the next few minutes, guys, before we wrap up the stream, we will do the giveaway. $22% on Tesla. Good. Loading NVIDIA. Can you look at Meta? We'll take a look at Meta. Beautiful job, BT6305. Okay, let's take a look at Meta. Meta. Is there any signals on Shockwave on Meta? Our members can see it, but on YouTube, let's see. So Meta out the gate hot. Meta comes out the gate hot, breaks above PMH, very, very hot, has enough momentum to break those highs and continue to expand. TP1. These are the best type of setups. All right. We can all agree that the best type of trades, all right, are when you enter the trade and immediately just continues to go. All right. We can all agree. But the honest truth is, okay, every trade kind of unfolds differently. All right. Some of them go on this long journey before they hit TP. Okay, some of them go on a long journey, fake out, drop back in. Some of them go on a long journey only to fail. All right, the kind of trades that I like most, all right, is the ones where I know I'm wrong very quickly or right very quickly. All right, so to be honest, I would prefer this. Like, say I take this to the upside, I'd prefer just, okay, again, stopped out, boom, right there. Then a long drawn back and forth and eventually go. Because what happens is when you are trading, when you're in this, all right, your brain is preoccupied. Okay, it's going to take a lot of mental space. Because you might see something else, but unless you know how to manage multiple positions simultaneously and look for different ideas, right, you're preoccupied. A certain portion of your brain is thinking about this. But at least here, if it's get to your destination quickly, either way, okay? If I'm going to be wrong very quickly, I can move to the next opportunity. Right, so in this case, Meta, nice push to the upside. Meta comes back, retests VWAP, comes back near the initial trigger, bounces once again, reclaims 585, and it looks like it wants to go to higher day as it's sitting right at 590. Okay, so potential push on high day on Meta. This entry here, for me, might be a little bit, there's no particular way for me to enter it. I just see that 590 level. You can make the argument, hey, you know what? It broke structure. Let me use these highs. Right, but if I were to take an entry on Meta, it has to be below 585 for the calls. Come back, retest this territory. Or even if you like the VWAP bounce, 585 VWAP. Just wait for price action in that area. Define your risk before pulling the trigger. Okay, so Meta did present that opportunity. Beautiful job. On Meta, 100%. Congratulations. Good. New hourly. New hourly there. Okay, let's do getting close to the end of stream poll. Getting close to end of stream poll. Between now and 11:15, 100 likes for the giveaway. If you are just joining us, just jumping in, we did take 2 trades. Both trades worked nicely in our favor. Trade of the day belongs to IWM. Okay, that one was smooth sailing, frictionless. Okay, I love those trades that provide that opportunity within 5 minutes. Under 5 minutes, double digits, those are the best for me. Okay, SPY at 755, just like that. So SPY is less than 5 points away from all-time highs. Less than 5 points away from all-time highs. So we're in this rejection zone. And now we're in the same neighborhood, or we're getting close to being in the same neighborhood as all-time high zone. Tesla continues to push. TP1 hit on Tesla. If you're waiting for TP1, TP1 finally hit on Tesla. SPY bounces out 755. Everything's expanding. EMAs are fanning out. Okay, so just go with what the market is doing. Okay, EMA's fanning out. EMA fanning out on Qs. You can see the waves waving. EMA is fanning out on small caps. And the Dow, even though the Dow is looking weak intraday, the Dow is still strong because it's above this weekly upside breaker. All right, so we're seeing broad strength. Okay, all of them are above last week's highs. All of them have recaptured FOMC range and traded above FOMC highs. But intraday, from the open to where we are now, the Dow does have the most amount of weakness. In pre-market, the Dow had the most amount of strength, and the Qs have the most amount of weakness. Okay. Okay, we'll put the end of stream poll here up, guys. MU, yep, MU, got you. MU. Micron. So semis, they did show some strength intraday, but they were weak in pre-market. MU's testing this very interesting one support area, but we have this massive. Only issue with MU's is massive candle here. Of course, this is multiple candles on the hourly, but if you look at this on the higher time frame, This is just massive candle. And we're inside that massive candles range. Alright, so it can be a little tricky to navigate MU. Right, it's smack dab at 50% right there. And smack dab in this once known support, turn resistance, now test zone. When a zone is constantly violated and it was once support or resistance, right, and it's just like zigzag, gravitates back towards it, it starts to become a zone that I want to see separation away from. Alright, so what that means, okay, is can we get separation back to the upside, top of that range, or separation back to downside? If those two things can't take place, more than likely we're going to see more chop ahead. Okay, so just bigger picture, intraday thinking. But as far as the day is concerned, like today, MU, if we just look at it from the lens of shockwave, do I have shockwave on this chart? We did get that nice little break. Okay, we got a break there. Let's throw a key level on the chart. Okay, we got that nice break above that 800 and then broke out. So intraday for the day, if we just isolate what took place today and treat it for what's taking place today, right, we got a nice little opportunity to the upside. But bigger picture, over a course of a multitude of days, multiple days, we can see MU is not going anywhere too fast, right? So massive drop, massive pop, and now a slight drop back into the middle of the range. If we compare that with what the sector is doing, okay, so very similar type of action on SMH. All right, so ideally you want to see, remember we were talking about the reclaim a few days ago, reclaim on semis. You want to see if MU can reclaim that zone and push the upside. Same thing as memory, so they did bottom out today. All right, so see if MU can follow suit, and as the sector starts to create separation, you want to see MU reclaim. You want to see MU reclaim that weekly 50% retrace, smack down in the middle of it, possibly start to work its way into the 840s, eventually 860s. Right, but the difficult thing with MU, since it's smack down in the middle of prior week's range, all right, is the back and forth that you can potentially see over the course of the next few days, unless we see some sort of expansion take place outside of a reclaim on the broader sector. So that's my thoughts on MU. So maybe a little bit of chop ahead on MU until proven otherwise. Any other charts? Any other requests, guys? Okay. Does anyone see anything here? All right, let's play a quick game. Does anyone see any patterns in here? Between this high, this low, this high, this low, and this upcoming high, is there any patterns in there? Apple, take a look at Apple. AAPL. Apple. So Apple reports earnings, makes all-time highs before earnings, runs up multiple times. Right, it had basically two run-ups. It had that initial run-up into all-time highs. Okay, took a breather, pulled back for a few days, retested that previous all-time high, and then made another run-up into all-time highs. And then with earnings, broke this structure. So broke these lows, knocked those lows down, and then gravitated all the way back towards the initial all-time high that it made. Right, so initially we did see some buyer step back in, impulsive push to the upside, and then now intraday we're seeing Apple starting to break down. Right, so we did like Apple to the downside today. It got above that daily upside breaker. Okay, trapped some longs above prior day's highs, trapped some longs above 310, starting to slide, and it's basically smack dab in the middle of Friday's range. So in the case for Apple, if Apple can't hold this support here, can't hold that weekly downside breaker, if we just kind of stretch that out a little bit, last week's lows, if it can't hold that, Apple does have some room to continue further to downside, possibly into the 295s, 290s. If you can hold this territory, right, if we can start to see buyers respect it multiple times, pick it back up every time price gets to this area, we can see Apple try to get back into the 310s, 315s. Right, so big point on Apple. The question is, does the sell-off from earnings continue to bleed into what's taking place this week, or do we see buyers pick this thing back up and say, hey, you know what, it's a great opportunity for us to pick this thing up and drive this thing back up to the 315 and beyond. That's Apple. QQQ. Okay, QQQ, we can see nice reclaim on the Qs. They were trading in this channel for some time, and then of course we had FOMC send us out of that channel. We recovered FOMC now, that's behind us, and let's take off the levels real quick so you can just see the zones. And now the Qs, the big thing for the Qs this week, okay, not just today, this week, the big thing for the Qs, okay, mark this on your chart, is the 50 EMA on the hourly. 50 EMA on the hourly. What transpires, okay, based on the 50 EMA on the hourly test? Right, so we're closing in on the 50 EMA on the hourly test. All right, so eventually, if we do get into that area, what transpires? Do we have enough to get a lift above it? If we do, we need to address this major resistance. Okay, do we not have enough to get above it? If we don't, we start possibly headed back towards the zone here. Okay, so that's going to be the question number one. All right, so before we even answer what takes place here, okay, there's an if statement we need to address that's coming up. Okay, think of it like this. There's two if statements here. That's all trading is. Okay, situations, reacting situations, and laying out the if statements. If this, do this. Okay, so we have two hypothetical ifs right here. But those ifs are not coming into play quite yet. Right, because we have to address this if right here. 50 MA. So if we get above 50 MA on the hourly, we continue to push. Okay, now that gives us the pursuit of that zone, gives us an opportunity to ride that upside push into this key zone. Once we do get there, then we play out another if. Okay, if we have enough strength, can we finally break this major resistance? If we don't have enough strength, then okay, we probably head back towards this territory here. You see how that works? Same thing. Get to the 50 MA, we start to show some weakness. We do the opposite. We come back into this area. So this gives you an opportunity to take the puts as it slides to the downside. Once it gets in that area, then you say, okay, if we have enough strength, we push back up. If we don't, the sell continues, okay, back into the lows that we saw earlier. So you notice how something plays out in a certain area opens up the opportunity for something else. But these ones are not, they don't exist yet. These if statements will come into play eventually, but they're not on our radar quite yet, because that's thinking 2-3 steps ahead. Okay, your job is not to predict what happens. Our job is not to predict. Our job is to react to what's taking place at this particular time. Okay? If we get into this area, then we just react. If this takes place, that break takes place, we react to breaking and pursuing this area. Right? But a lot of times what traders do is they want to get into the business of predicting. Right? This is too many things to predict. Right? This is, yes, this can happen, but how can you put yourself in position to capitalize off of this? Right? So just take it situation at a time, level at a time, whatever you do pay attention to, and see what can transpire based on that interaction, based on that reaction. Qs have a reaction off of that. Based on that reaction, you have a reaction. All right, so that's the big thing here. Right? But if the Qs want to make a push to the upside, expand, and make a run into all-time highs, there's no if, ands, or buts. Okay? There's no if, ands, or buts. They need to break this major resistance. That's going to segue us into some other areas of resistance. So you notice how the Qs are not as closest to all-time highs as SPY. Qs are about 7% away. Okay, they're still about 50 points away. SPY is less than 5 points away. Okay, that's the Qs. Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft, of course, earnings bounces off the support, reclaims its resistance, reclaims that 50 MA, reclaims that 200 MA. And Microsoft is testing some major resistance here currently. Right, that test currently is going south a little bit. We're starting to see some selling pressure. Can the selling pressure lead us back into this area right there? So if I was looking to find an area to potentially get Microsoft on the bounce, and in this area. And what is that area? Between 66 and 72. I know it's a wide zone, but that's the zone nonetheless. All right, so it just depends on what your time horizon is, what you're looking for. Intraday, okay, intraday, we saw Microsoft run up off the open, run up. Okay, if you're a day trader, if you're a scalper, okay, this is opportunity. Now Microsoft is starting to slide. As it slides, throw the fib. How much of it did it give back? Okay, how much of it did it give back? Okay, where is it sitting on? Sitting right at that 50% point. Okay, so from this point on, can it continue to push? If it can continue to push, that means let's just pull back to 50. Okay, downward compression, break possibly brewing. Now, on top of that, if the VWAP is right there as well, now you have two areas of confluence. Okay, you have a pattern, you have a level, okay, and then you have VWAP. So three different things telling you the same thing from an intraday perspective. Okay, so you have to start even to separate that as well, right? When you're doing your technicals, intraday is a different world. But if you're looking for if you're looking multiple days out, right, that's a different world as well. But that's what's taking place right now on the ground floor. Massive push to the upside, starting to pull back. See if Microsoft can hold above that 483.70. Can it hold above that? Can they break this? As it's trying to break this, what is the rest of the market doing? Okay, so say if I was looking to take this break to the upside, market is strong. Maybe I'll just do this. This is my risk. I'll say, you know what? This is my idea. Back to the highs a day. Maybe there's a scale out in between somewhere here. All right, whatever works. Whatever works for you. Okay, so that's Microsoft right there. Okay, so as we're speaking, Microsoft is up to something. Okay. So some good chart requests. SPY is officially directional. SPY is officially directional. So there was a possibility of a head and shoulder here. No right shoulder. Knocks it out, makes a high. So we continue to push the upside. Now, if you take a look at the July candle, we're above those highs. In July, we went inside. We went reverse. We're reversing on the monthly now. So there's a good chance, okay, this month, we'll make an all-time high. There's a good chance this month, based on what I'm seeing. I know it's still early, but we're making an all-time high this month. We don't know when. We don't know what path we're going to take. But as long as that 50% retrace, that monthly holds, all-time high will be on watch for the rest of the month. Okay. NVIDIA. Look at NVIDIA. Today. So NVIDIA, we've been making note of this, guys. Starting to look like its old self, which is a good thing. NVIDIA is still in recovery mode. NVIDIA bounced off these lows, downward compression break. Okay. It's starting to push. NVIDIA declared victory above 50 MA on the hourly. And NVIDIA is starting to run up. Okay, let's see if NVIDIA can hold that 205. Okay. We have 205. We have 210 coming up on NVIDIA. All right, if I'm looking to take swings on Nvidia, all right, it's probably saying, hey, you know what? There's two schools of thought. There's enough momentum on these candles here, depending on how further you're going, right, to capitalize off of this last piece into this resistance. Okay, we do have a little bit of resistance to address here. Nothing too significant. All right, maybe like a speed bump or something. Right, so it's, if you're looking to swing, depending how far out, is you believe that there's enough momentum coming in and continues to come in to go from this high into these highs up here. Okay, so that's like a momentum swing. Right, then you take the high into higher high, you have more time, and then you let it play out. You just define your risk. If you're saying, I like this momentum, but I don't like where it is currently, okay, and I want it to pull back, then you're probably waiting for it maybe to come back, revisit the 50, and then make your decision before you go. All right, so that 210, 205, or even come back to 205, that 50 and that 205. Maybe you're waiting for that. So somewhat of a healthier entry. So it just depends if you want to capitalize off the momentum at the current moment, or you want the momentum to cool down a little bit, remain intact, but cool down and give you a better entry. So Nvidia does have that strength here. If we take a look at Nvidia on the weekly, right? So if you're taking those swings, all right, you're gonna have to, depending on, think of it like this: if you're looking for monthly swings, okay, you're gonna have to use of course the monthly, but you're gonna have to use the weekly as well. Okay, so the weekly, 1 week, no, not IWM. All right, so if you're looking to hold for multiple weeks, especially for swings, say multiple months, right? You can look at the intraday, but you're more focused on what's going on the weekly. So we're seeing Nvidia on the verge of becoming directional on the weekly. Okay, what that simply means is we're above prior week's highs. That level is 208.75. In the event that we knock out that 208.75 decisively, okay, we have room to 210, we have room to this final destination up here. You see how those two things line up on the higher time frame as well. So let's go back down to the hourly. So we know that weekly level, that weekly upside breaker is there. Okay, so now if you're looking at it from the weekly, you want to see it get above that weekly upside breaker, which it is. If you're looking for the retest, probably you're more right here, shallow 205. So if you were looking at Nvidia for swings, right, this is what area I'm gonna get involved in. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Anything else, guys, before we wrap it up? Anything else? Okay, so again, today we fell a little short. Let me actually check before I say we fell short. Last I checked, we're at 75 likes or so. We fell a little short of our quota, so we'll hold off the giveaway for tomorrow. Today's the first. The down goes Apple. Apple breakdown. Good. So today is the first day of the week, of course. First day of the month. Right? If you're green, stay clean. If you got the month off to a great start, okay, make sure to keep your profits. If you didn't get the month off to a great start, there's still a tremendous amount of time. All right, so you're going to take it one day at a time. Look to take advantage of the best opportunities. Make sure to like the video on your way out, guys. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And join our community, guys, to access the delay-free, ad-free stream, along with a host of other tools and resources to help you on your journey to being consistently profitable and taking advantage of these opportunities day in and day out, whether it's on individual name, mega cap tech names, whether it's on SPY, QQQ, IWM, right? There's plenty of opportunities for you to capitalize off of. You just have to be properly trained. You have to have the right mentality, and you will be well on your way. Okay. Okay, so no questions, guys. On that note, we'll wrap it up here. As always, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Stay safe, and God bless each one of you.
Jesus is the answer.
When the charts went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen, thinking one more win would finally make me complete. Running after green candles like they could save my soul. The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne. Build my house on sand, watch the tide roll in. Learning every earthly kingdom has an end. Some valleys look so deep, I couldn't see the light. Some storms got so strong, I couldn't win the fight. But every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy say, my child, keep
Walking on,
not because I'm worthy,
not because I'm worthy,
not because I'm strong,
not because I'm strong,
but because the shepherd
never share.
never leaves his own. Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way,
the anchor in the storm when the markets start to sway. Through the highs and lows,
through the joy and pain,
the cross still stands when
everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley found. Yeah, there were nights I sat alone,
Every man,
their fear inside my chest,
so bold,
questions without answers,
answers,
battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch,
but Psalm 23,
kept reminding me to trust. Though I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies, I will fear no evil, for you're right by my side. The rod and the staff, the comfort and grace, the God of resurrection meeting me in that place. I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock. I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy,
life story I could never write.
turning broken chances into testimony and life.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way,
the anchor in the storm when the
markets fought this way,
through the highs and lows,
through the joy and pain,
the car still stands when
everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
The answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley's found.
If you're tired of running,
If you're carrying change,
if you're searching for purpose,
in success or in fame,
the good news is simple.
debt has been paid. Jesus took our place upon the cross that day.
3 days later,
The stone rolled away.
death lost the victory.
The grave could not stay.
Whoever believes
Whoever will come
will find forgiveness in the Father's
I
Son.
still trade, I still work, I still plan and prepare, but my hope isn't found in the outcome instead. Because fortunes rise and fortunes fall,
Christ remains Lord over all.
the market can give,
The market can say
but eternity rests.
on a different stage.
So when the candles flicker,
And uncertainty grows.
I remember the one who's already in control,
The Lamb who was slain,
the King who will
the
reign
Alpha and Omega.
forever the same.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the answer.
ever and ever.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer.
The answer.
Jesus is the
Jesus is the
answer.
answer. Though I walk through the valley,
You are with me.
shadows around me.
You are with me.
Through the valley,
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Forever and ever.
Amen.
Amen.
Jesus is the answer.
When the charts went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
Oh, chasing numbers on a glowing screen. Thinking one more win would finally make me complete. Running after green candles like they could save my soul. The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne. Build my house on sand. Watch the tide roll in. Learning every earthly kingdom has an end. Some valleys look so deep, I couldn't see the light. Some storms got so strong, I couldn't win the fight. But every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy say, my child, keep
Walking on,
not because I'm worthy,
not because I'm worthy,
not because I'm strong,
not because I'm strong,
but because the shepherd
never share.
never leaves his own. Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way,
The anchor in the storm when the market starts to sway. Through the highs and lows,
through the joy and pain,
the cross still stands when
everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley found. Yeah, there were nights I sat alone.
Every man,
There's fear inside my chest.
so bold,
Questions without answers.
Texas,
Battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch.
but Psalm 23,
Kept reminding me to trust. Though I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies, I will fear no evil, for you're right by my side. The rod and the staff, the comfort and grace, the God of resurrection meeting me in that place. I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock. I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy,
my story I could never write.
turning broken chances into testimony and life.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way,
The anchor in the storm when the
market's about this way,
through the highs and lows,
through the joy and pain,
the call still stands when
everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley's found.
If you're tired of running,
If you're carrying change,
if you're searching for purpose,
in success or anything,
the good news is simple.
the debt has been paid. Jesus took our place upon the cross that day.
3 days later,
The stone rolled away.
death lost the victory.
The grave could not stay.
Whoever believes
Whoever will come
will find forgiveness in the Father's
I
Son.
still trade, I still work, I still plan and prepare, but my hope is eternal and the outcome is there. Because fortunes rise and fortunes fall,
Christ remains Lord over all.
the market can give,
The market can take
but eternity rests.
on a different stage,
So when the candles flicker,
and uncertainty grows.
I remember the one who's already in control,
The Lamb who is slain,
the King who will reign
the Alpha and Omega.
forever the same.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Ever and ever.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer.
The answer.
Jesus is the
Jesus is the
answer.
answer. Though I walk through the valley,
You are with me.
shadows around me.
You are with me.
Through the valley,
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Forever and ever. Amen.
Jesus is the answer.
When the charts went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
Oh, I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen,
Going free,
thinking one more win would finally make me complete.
made me complete.
Running after green candles like they could save my soul.
Like my soul.
The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne. Build my house on sand,
House on sand,
watch the tide roll in.
watch the tide roll in.
Learning every earthly
Every king,
kingdom has an end.
come has an age.
Some valleys look so deep,
So deep,
I couldn't see the light.
couldn't see the light.
Some storms got so strong,
Souls got so
I couldn't win the fight.
Win the fight.
But every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy say, my child, keep
walking on.
not because I'm worthy,
because I'm worried.
Not because I'm strong,
Not because I'm strong.
but because the shepherd
Never share.
never leaves his own. Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm when the market starts to sway. Through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain.
the cross still stands when
Everything goes fake.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley found. Yeah, there were nights I sat alone.
Every man.
There's fear inside my chest.
So bold.
Questions without answers.
Texas.
Battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch.
But Psalm 23.
Kept reminding me to trust. Though I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies, I will fear no evil, for you're right by my side. The rod and the staff, the comfort and grace, the God of resurrection meeting me in that place.
I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock.
I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy
Life story I could never write.
turning broken chances into testimony and life.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm when the
Market's about to sway.
through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain.
the card still stands when
Everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley's found.
If you're tired of running.
If you're carrying change,
If you're searching for purpose.
in success or anything,
The good news is simple.
debt has been paid. Jesus took our place upon the cross that day.
3 days later.
The stone rolled away.
Death lost the victory.
The grave could not stay.
Whoever believes.
Whoever will come
Will find forgiveness in the Father's
I
Son.
still trade, I still work, I still plan and prepare, but my hope is eternal and the outcome is dead. Because fortunes rise and fortunes fall.
Christ remains Lord over all.
The market can give,
The market can take
but eternity rests.
on a different step.
So when the candles flicker,
And uncertainty grows.
I remember the one who's already in control.
The Lamb who was slain.
The King who will reign
The Alpha and Omega.
forever the same.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Ever and ever.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer.
The answer.
Jesus is the
Jesus is the
answer.
answer. Though I walk through the valley.
You are with me.
Shadows around me.
You are with me.
Through the valley.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Forever and ever.
Amen.
Amen.
Jesus is the answer.
When the charts went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen,
Going free.
thinking one more win would finally make me complete.
Made me complete.
Running after green candles like they could save my soul.
Like my soul.
The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne. Build my house on sand,
House on sand.
watch the tide roll in,
The tide roll in.
learning every earthly
Every king.
kingdom has an end.
Come has an end.
Some valleys look so deep,
So deep.
I couldn't see the light.
Couldn't see the light.
Some storms got so strong,
Souls got so
strong I couldn't win the fight.
Win the fight.
But every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy say, my child, keep.
walking on.
Not because I'm worthy,
Not because I'm worried.
not because I'm strong,
Not because I'm strong.
but because the shepherd
Never share.
never leaves his own.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm when the market starts to sway. Through the highs and lows,
Through the joy and pain.
the cross still stands when
Everything goes fake.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Yesterday and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley found. Yeah, there were nights I sat alone.
Every man.
There's fear inside my chest.
So bold.
Questions without answers.
Texas.
Battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch.
But Psalm 23.
Kept reminding me to trust. Though I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies, I will fear no evil, for you're right by my side. The rod and the you meeting me in that place.
I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock.
I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy,
Life story I could never write.
turning broken chances into testimony and life.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm when the
Market's about to sweat.
through the highs and lows.
Through the joy and pain,
The car still stands where
everything else stays.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
He's the day and now, the King who walks
Beside us through every valley's found. If you're tired of running,
if you're carrying change,
if you're searching for purpose,
in success or anything,
the good news is simple.
the debt has been paid.
Jesus took our place upon the cross that day. 3 days later,
The stone rolled away.
death lost the victory.
The grave could not stay.
Whoever believes
Whoever will come
will find forgiveness in the Father's
I
Son.
still trade, I still work, I still plan and prepare, but my hope is eternal and the outcome is dead. Because fortunes rise and fortunes fall.
The price we paid is Lord over all.
The market can give,
The market can take
but eternity rests.
all the difference
So
that
when the candles flicker,
uncertainty grows.
so remember the one who's already in control.
The Lamb who was slain,
The King who will reign
the Alpha and Omega.
forever the sun.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Ever and ever.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer.
The answer.
Jesus is the
Jesus is the
answer.
answer. Though I walk through the valley,
You are with me.
shadows around me.
You are with me.
See the valley.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Forever and ever.
Amen.
Amen.
Jesus is the answer.
When the charts went dark, when the road got narrow,